What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Now we have a very comprehensive video today. Today we're covering how to promote ClickBank offers with Facebook ads. And here's what we're going to talk about today. How to pick the right ClickBank offer, building the landing page the right way, how to configure the tracker for it. We're going to be using BeMob, how to configure Facebook ads, targeting, demographics, optimization, CBO, and much more. And definitely stay until the end of the video where we're gonna cover some advanced stuff. I don't want to say what, but it's gonna be definitely worth your while. All right, so without any further ado, let's jump right in. So the first thing that we want is we're here on the ClickBank marketplace homepage, and there are two factors when picking the right or profitable ClickBank offer. And the first is that where is your passion? Where are your interests? You have to understand this offer. Me personally, I don't really know much about cooking food and wine. I don't really know what kind of problems people have, what kind of solutions I can provide. So I really, even if they're profitable offers, I try to really keep myself to offers that I'm profitable with and offers that I can really promote. And one area I'm experienced in is self-help. Another area that I know something about is languages. Health and fitness, I know a little bit about that, but there's an asterisk to this category, and I'm going to tell you why in a bit. E-business and marketing is also another area that's a lot of fun to promote. Now, when it comes to health and fitness, this is a good niche to promote, but the problem is if you're promoting it on Facebook, Facebook is not a huge fan of health and fitness. That's because people are making claims. The vendor is going to be making claims. The landing page is going to be making all of these outrageous claims, lose 30 pounds in 2 days or get a six-pack by tomorrow and all these things. And Facebook does not like that. That's actually one of their kind of prohibited things in their ad policy. So if I were you, I would not really touch health and fitness, and I would only stick to kind of safe offers. Now, self-help, I would consider a fairly good offer to promote. E-commerce, e-com products are good offers to promote. Obviously cooking food and wine, if there's some physical products they're selling, that's a safe offer to promote on Facebook. For this example, we're gonna stick to self-help, and I'm gonna show you a good offer that I've had success with. So we're gonna click on that link, scroll a little bit down, and one offer that I really like and I had decent success promoting on Bing Ads was text chemistry. And so this is an offer that's targeted at women, and this is an offer where you're essentially, you're helping women understand why guys are not, replying to their texts, or the right way to text guys, the right ways to communicate. And here's what it says. The massive new women's dating offer blowing up the CB marketplace. Innovative VSL. That's a video sales landing page, plus fresh texting angle. Some of the highest call traffic EPCs ever in the dating niche. Affiliates already earning over 100,000 per month. Email us for higher commissions. So there's a couple of stats here, and these are ClickBank stats that you should definitely look at. And the first important stat is the average percent of sale, and this is 75%. And this means that you as an affiliate are going to be getting 75% of each sale. And that's kind of typical. There are some offers 50%, some offers even 90, 95%. So you're going to be getting 75% and the vendor is going to be getting 25%. So that's a good offer. Average dollar per sale is $44.60, which is also really good. Average rebuild total is $107.17. And so there's a lot of, it's a solid offer, and also the gravity is 107.54. And what this means is that a gravity is essentially basically it's a number that specifies how many affiliates are promoting that offer and have been successful in the past 8 to 12 weeks. So typically anything above 20 is a good offer. Anything above 100 means it's a fairly competitive offer. And so this is an offer that obviously pretty successful. It has been like this for a while now, because I have been monitoring this offer for a while, at least 6 months. It has been in the hundreds or above 90, above 80. So this is an offer that people are making money with. So this is good news for us. So what you got to do is click promote. We're going to click on promote. We're going to enter our, tracking ID here. Click on generate hop links. We're going to take this hop link, copy and paste this because we're going to need this later. We're going to copy and paste this hop link. Close this page. And the next thing that we want to do is we want to create the landing page, right? We're going to pick an offer, create the landing page, set up tracking, and then last but not least is set up Facebook ads. So on the next stage is we're going to create the landing page. Now, I already actually went ahead and created a landing page. I'm using this landing page for a couple of other campaigns. So I just wanted to save you some time. And honestly, you know, creating a landing page is very simple. I have another video on the topic that you can find in the affiliate marketing playlist. So that is fairly simple to do. I have a pretty nice landing page that I took a lot of information from, you know, the official landing page. And so I created my own, and I really like this landing page. It has been doing really well for Bing ads, and I assume it's going to be doing really well for Facebook ads as well. And I always recommend creating a landing page because, you know, you never want a direct link. You know, Bing ads, you can kind of get away with it, but on Facebook, it's a big no-no. You never want a direct link. You want to create a landing page. And I can tell you from experience, 99% of the time, you're going to make more money with a landing page than direct linking. So we have our landing page. Next thing that we want to do is we want to set up our tracking, and we're going to do that in BeMob. And BeMob is actually fairly easy to set up tracking with, and that is if you understand the process. First thing you have to do is set up 4 things. That is traffic sources, affiliate networks, landings, and offers. And you typically want to set up these first. And so let's go right ahead and do that. Now, what you do is you click on traffic sources tab, and you want to set up our Google, Facebook traffic source, and we set up this Facebook traffic source here. And what you want to do is you want to click on new from template. You want to start typing Facebook. You want to click and then click enter. We're not going to do that since I already have this. Next, we want to set up a affiliate network. Okay, that's going to help us track the data that we get from the affiliate network. So it's very important. I have 2 affiliate networks in this particular account, even though I use some other ones that I'm not using BeMob for. But for this example, I already set up ClickBank. And if you haven't, you just click on new from template and you start typing ClickBank. You pick this, you pick OK. You can just accept the default. It's not a big deal. We have that. Next you want to set up is the landings, and make sure you're doing this in the landings first and then the offers. So for landings, you want to click on new. We already have this landing page, so we can go and grab the URL for this, copy and paste this URL. Go back to BeMob, enter the URL here, enter the name and all that, and save this. I already did this before just to save some time. I already have this TC2 landing. And next you want to set up the offer, and you click on offer, you click on new, and then you basically copy and paste the link that you got from ClickBank. So you would typically copy this, paste it in the URL field, and enter the name. So this would be something like, whatever you want, TC, text chemistry, TC2. I'm using TC2. We're going to get out of this. And now I've set up everything. The last step that you have to do is click on campaigns. And this is basically a campaign, is basically a combination of the affiliate network, traffic source, offers, and landings. Because you could have different things depending on what you're promoting. And that's what a campaign is. It's essentially a combination of all these factors. So I already set up a campaign, and it's really easy to do. You just click on new. You choose the name. We're going to pick TC for text chemistry. Traffic source, we're going to pick Facebook. We're going to use a built-in flow, and we're going to pick different factors. So I already did this, so I'm going to show you what I've configured. So let's go and edit this. Click edit here, and I can show you. So for landings, we're using the only landing page we have, and we're only using the only offer we have. Now, the beauty of tracking is that you could create multiple landings and multiple offers, and you could split traffic between each of them, or have a flow where it's, cycling traffic, so you can test multiple offers and multiple landing pages, and then see what's working and what not, because the tracker is going to tell you that information. So we can cancel this, and once you click cancel, what you want to do is click on campaign links. And here's very important. There are 2 links that you should be aware of. The first is the campaign URL. We're going to copy this and paste it here, and I already have this. I'm just going to overwrite it. And the second one is this click URL, and you copy this, and we save this here. So the difference between the two is the campaign URL is the first URL. This is the URL that you submit to the traffic source. So when we are going to create the Facebook ads next, we're going to basically input that URL when we're actually creating the ads themselves. For the click URL, this is the URL that you put on the landing page that is a link to the actual offer. And the reason you do that is because that way, the tracker can track how many people are actually clicking on the actual link from your landing page to the offer. So you can actually track, okay, you're getting a lot of landings on that offer, on that landing page, excuse me, but not a lot of people are clicking. So maybe you have to play with test a couple of different landing pages and play with it. So I already did this step. We don't really need to do this step. So we're going to get out, close out. And next thing, we're going to go onto our ads manager. Now that we have the campaign URL, we can set up our ads manager correctly. And so I'm in my ads manager. We're going to start off fresh. I'm going to show you the entire campaign structure and all of that. It's fairly simple. The trick is in the targeting, and we're going to do some interesting targeting. So definitely stay tuned. We're going to click this create button here. We're going to start simple. I'm going to call this TC. I'm going to say campaign -TC. I'm going to scroll down. This is going to be ad set -TC. TC stands for text chemistry. And this is ad-TC. We're going to use a traffic objective. You can use a conversion objective, and that's typically better, but that's a more of an advanced topic because you need to actually set up conversion optimization. You have to install the pixel, and you basically have to be feeding conversions back to Facebook. And you can do that, but it's a more complicated topic. I don't want to spend a lot of time in this video. If you're interested in this, definitely check out one of my other videos about Facebook conversion tracking, where I go into detail about all this. So we're going to keep this auction as the only option. We're not going to keep this as defaults. We're going to save to draft. And once we do that, a skeleton is created. So we have a campaign, we have the ad set, and we have the ad. So what I want to do now is I want to edit this ad set. And the first thing that we have to pay attention to is we have the budget $10. I mean, it really depends on your own kind of financial ability, shall we say. I usually have a $5 ad sets. On new campaigns, I like to start with 10 or 20. We're going to use 10 in this example. For the start date, I like to typically start the next day at midnight account time. So we're going to put this 12 a.m. the following day account time. We're going to scroll down. And now we have the targeting, and this is where you got to get a little creative. Okay, now the first is the location. We're going to be targeting United States. So we're going to remove this. We're going to put United States here. Everybody in this location. We're going to put United States. Country, region. Now another thing you want to pay attention to is I typically like to pick people who live in this location. I have found I have better results with this because there are also people traveling, and then people that are not interested in making a purchase. They may be traveling or they're busy, but I've had better results with people who live in this location. We scroll down, and now we're going to get into age and gender. Now, we don't really know what kind of women, what kind of age range women will respond best to this offer. Now, we can take some guesses and all that, but I don't really want to do that. I really want the system to tell me. So we're going to leave this wide open. Age, 18 to 65, doesn't really matter. Gender is targeted to females. We're going to choose women here. Detailed targeting, we're going to edit this. And this is where you have to get creative, right? When you have Bing ads, you can just bid on keywords, and it's fairly easy. You can look at my Bing ads case study where I'm bidding on keywords. But when it comes to Facebook, Facebook is very powerful, but it helps if you get creative. And this is where if you're creative, you will have an edge over the competition. So ask yourself, what kind of women would be interested in this product? Now, this is a product that helps women with relationships. It helps with women who have maybe trouble getting the guy they like, having trouble communicating with guys. Guys maybe are not responding to their text messages in a timely manner, and things like that. So the first thing that I'm thinking about is these are going to be women that are single, that women that are not in a happy relationship. But even thinking about that beyond, and this factor is still important, beyond is I'm thinking about women who read certain magazines that give relationship advice, okay? And in the US, there's a very popular magazine called Cosmopolitan, okay? And this is there's a whole relationship dating section there. And so you can put something like this. So you can basically input Cosmopolitan. Okay, Cosmopolitan. And let's see. Okay, now we have Cosmopolitan magazine here. And if you're not sure, this is something I knew, this is something I heard about. I obviously haven't read this magazine. But if you're not sure what exactly to do, one thing that really works is basically Googling and saying something like, you can go to Google and basically you can say something like magazines for women, with dating advice in the US, and see if there's a list, typically 10 best dating magazines. Okay, so you can come here and you can see, okay, Cosmopolitan is number 1. How did I know that? Don't ask how I knew that. 17, Elle, Women's Health, Glamour, Relevant. So this is perfect. Marie Claire, and this is a starting point, right? So we're gonna go back to our ad manager. We already have Cosmopolitan. The problem with this interest is that the potential reach is 16 million. And when we're doing ad sets, I typically like something like 5 million. Anywhere from 1 to 5 million, or maybe even a little bit less than a million. So if it's 800,000, that's fine. 1 to 5 million is something that I like to work with. So we'll need to narrow this down a little bit. So the way to do that is by clicking narrow audience, and we want to think about relationships. So let's put single and see if that gives us something. Let's put, okay, so single is a relationship status. Let's see if we can put relationship status. Okay, so there you have single. We can use that. We can also put suggestions, and we could put divorced, separated, widowed, complicated. Let's put complicated. Yeah, we already have that. And we have 3.2 million ad set potential reach. And this is perfect. This is a perfect size ad set that we can use. This is a really good starting point. And the other thing that I like to recommend is you can keep this on automatic placements, but I really like to start my campaign with only on newsfeed. So I don't want stories. I do not want in-stream ads. I do not want search. I do not want apps and size. I do not want in article. I only want Facebook newsfeed. So we're gonna Instagram, remove Instagram, marketplace, video feeds, right column, explore, messenger, and all that. And the reason for that is, in my experience, the Facebook newsfeed has been one of the most profitable placements. And so I like to start from there. And at this point, we have 2.7 million people. So it went down a little bit from, I believe, something like 5 million or over to 2.7 million. So this is even better. This is a really good ad set. And this is going to be perfect for running, because even at this budget, you're going to give Facebook enough room to go out and find these people that are going to be most likely to convert for this offer. So now we've configured the ad set. Next is you want to do the ad itself. So let's go to the ad. And this is fairly simple. You need a Facebook page. We've already created a Facebook page. We're going to call it Relationship Therapy, which I think is actually a cool name. Next, we want to create the ad. And I already went to Canva. And I actually created this ad before, right? So if you're not familiar, you can just go to Canva. You can create design, type Facebook ad. You're going to be given the screen. And I have an image that I've found as on the resources page for text chemistry that I think is perfect. Because the thing about Facebook is they don't really like ads with text on them. They have an algorithm that detects if there's a lot of text. So I believe if it's more than 15 to 20% of the image is text, they're not going to be too happy with it, and they're going to tell you, and they're going to decrease the reach of the ad. So you're going to pay more money to reach people. So you don't want to use an image. You don't want to put any text. You just want an image without text, or maybe something, maybe just one headline or something like that. But this is perfect. So we saved this ad. We already saved this ad. We can go to our media. We're going to add a media, add an image, and we already have this image here. We uploaded it, saved it, and uploaded. And then we can place it here. And now we can put some primary text. And this is where you want to kind of think about what do you want to say. And you could think about what you want to say, but there are better ways of kind of figuring this out. Is that you can go to the text chemistry affiliate kind of affiliate center is what it's called, and you can look at what they offer you. Now they are not really giving you, Facebook ads that you can run. Some affiliates do that, but they're not giving you that. But what they are giving you is email swipes. Okay, and it's kind of similar, right? It's kind of an email that they believe is going to work really well. So let's look at our some email swipes. And look at this. Watch this how-to video to learn the secret desired text messages. And so suggested subject lines. And we can use these subject lines as the headline for the ad, right? As the header for the ad. So we can use something like this. The number one texting mistakes women make. Grab his attention with this text. Control his emotions with your cell phone. So we can pick the first one. We can use that. We can go back and put this as the primary text here. And that's going to appear above the ad. We also have the headline, which is going to appear here, and then a description, which is going to be below. So for the headline, you can use something different, right? The primary text is something that grabs the attention of the person, and the headline could be something else. So we can use something like, this will solve all your relationships with men, or something like this. Now, you never want to, when you're creating the ad, you never want to use the you word and addressing the person directly. So you never want to write something like, are you having relationship problems? Did the guy just dump you again? Did a new guy just dump you again? You never want to write something like this, even though we have some of the targeting we're trying to figure out, because Facebook doesn't like when you address the audience using the you word or addressing them directly. You want to be in a passive voice. You don't want to be in kind of a direct confrontational, conversational kind of mode. You want to be very, very in a passive state. So the number one texting mistake women make. So this is passive. It doesn't mean that she's making, the woman reading it. It just means that women make, general women. This will solve all your relationships with men. This will help all your relationship with men, something like that. And description, you could have a description, but this is optional. Headline is also optional. Now we have a display URL. So the website URL is going to be the campaign link that we got from our tracker BeMob. So we have that here. Copy and paste that. We're going to put this as the website URL. Okay, and so we have that. There's also a display URL if you want to display URL, but this is fine. And this is absolutely fine. Call to action, there's multiple call to actions. You could pick learn more, is fine to me. And that's kind of it. That's pretty much it. And now we have the ad. Okay, it's very, very simple. Once you have the ad, what you want to do, and this is good practice that has worked for me for a couple of years now, is you want to duplicate this ad set 4 times for a total of 5 ad sets. So we're going to duplicate this ad set. Okay, so now we have 4 more ad sets. And the reason I did that is because we're going to modify the targeting slightly for each of these ad sets. So the first ad set, what we want to do is we want to be able to differentiate it from the other ad sets, and you want to rename it. So remember, we will use Cosmopolitan. Cosmopolitan, and I guess I can't spell today. We're going to spell check it. Cosmopolitan, so that we know we save this. And then we go to the next ad set and we try to find another magazine or another similar interest. And Facebook makes it really easy. Is that when you scroll down, you have these interests, you basically click on suggestions. And so Facebook tells us L, and this is the same thing that we had in the other list. Remember that we Googled. So we can put L, we choose L, we delete Cosmopolitan, and we also copy and paste this, and we scroll up and we change the name. Okay? And that's it. And we do the same thing with the other ad sets. We go to our third ad set, we click edit, we have Cosmopolitan, we look at suggestions, we pick Glamour magazine, and we delete Cosmopolitan. We pick Glamour. And this is 1.5 million people, which is perfect for us. And I'm going to do that for the rest of the ad sets real quick. I like to have at least 5 ad sets. You can have 10. Sometimes I do 10 ad sets. The more the better. The more testing the better. Click on suggestions. We have Vogue magazine. We can kill this. Vogue. And we have about 2 million reach, which is perfect. We can go to this ad set. Do the same thing real quick. Cosmopolitan, suggestions, fashion magazines. And Facebook is telling us that these are very similar interests. So we'll say fashion. Fashion magazine. fashion magazine. Okay, and we have, so this is a very small interest. Okay, so we are done here. We put fashion. And now we have 5 ad sets with the same ad, and we're pretty much good to go, right? Now, one thing you have to realize is that this is us testing, right? We are saying that this is going to be a good area for women to find the women. Obviously, this is the first thing that came to my mind, and you have to be creative with it. Another thing that might work, and this is maybe you can create 5 more ad sets, or just create 5 other ad sets, is talk shows that women watch. And there's a lot of talk shows in the US where women have maybe dating issues, right? And you can go on Google and search for these kind of talk shows, or you can think of some maybe Oprah or shows like that. And this is just another idea. Obviously, I'm not the target audience, so I don't really know, but I have some ideas as a marketer. If you have to put yourself into the shoes of this prospective customer. You have to understand what their problems are, and you have to kind of understand what kind of shows they may be watching. And so if I was targeting this for Australia, I wouldn't know what to do. But for US, I obviously know what to do. I'm familiar with these magazines. I'm familiar with these talk shows. I'm kind of familiar with what kind of stuff that women be reading. Another thing is websites. What kind of websites are women reading? What kind of websites are they watching? What kind of brands are they interacting with? This is a very, very big area, right? Relationship therapy, relationship problems, and there's a lot of things that you can do. And so in terms of this video, this is kind of everything I wanted to show you. And then once you click publish, this is going to go into review, and you'll have to wait a little bit, few hours, maybe up to 12, 24 hours, depending on how long you've had your ads account. And after that, it's going to go and you're going to start seeing data coming in. You're going to start seeing clicks. You're going to start seeing conversions. If you're going to have a conversions, you're going to get that from ClickBank. And you're going to see everything in your BeMob tracker as well as in your Facebook ad manager. And this is kind of all I wanted to mention today. I would just want to make a quick video on setting up the process from beginning to end, landing page tracking, Facebook ads, etc., etc. I don't want to make this a too long video, but I am going to make a video on creating different targeting options for ClickBank products, because that's something that I really like doing, and I have noticed a lot of people have trouble with that. So I'm going to make another video on that. But in terms of this, I hope you really enjoyed this video. I hope you've gotten some value out of it. Definitely click the like button if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment or question below. Tell me what kind of video you want to see next when it comes to affiliate marketing, SEO, making money online, what kind of problems you're having, and I'm definitely going to put that into consideration, maybe create another video. And definitely subscribe to the channel, click the bell notification so that you can get more videos, more tutorials, more quality stuff that will hopefully help you and make some kind of impact in your life, and that you'll be able to make money online and become financially free or reach any of your other goals. So thank you again for watching this video, and I will talk to you real soon.